Welcome, one and all. This is the Microsoft 365 and Power Platform Community Call. This is January 15, 2026, already almost halfway through the month. Man, time flies when you're having fun, and we are having fun in the community. In fact, let's talk about how much fun we're going to have today. My name is David Warner. I'm your humble host with Quizziv, and our updates for today are the latest updates on the community. We're going to talk about some things like Copilot Prompt of the Week, PNP.NET Libraries, PowerShell. We're going to hear about script samples and Copilot Pro Dev samples, Power Platform samples, Community Days updates, Community Docs, and the maturity model for Microsoft 365. And then, of course, it's going to be everybody's favorite time, which is picture time. So get those fantastic faces ready. In fact, we'll have a little reminder for you early on to make sure that the cameras are on and working as much as possible so Teams does not mess it up. And then, of course, we're going to have our amazing presenters of the day. Samir is here today. He's going to talk about AI-powered project management with Copilot. And then Darshan's going to cover Boost Conversations in Copilot Studio, capture user input and manage fallbacks with Azure OpenAI. So lots of cool technology in store for us. But hey, if this is your first time on the call, you may say, well, what else you got for me, David? Well, and we got plenty. So there are tons of resources that are available for each and every one of you. We'll start with our Microsoft Community Learning Videos YouTube channel. This is where things like the calls from today and the demos get extracted, videos recorded from members of Microsoft and members of the community all get put up there for your viewing pleasure. In fact, we've been scheduling videos every single day, so much so that YouTube's like, hey, you know, the metrics say if you post less, you'll actually get better metrics. We say, we don't care. The metrics are our community. So we want to showcase them every single day. We've got enough content. So go like and subscribe. Let the content contributors know that you appreciate them in the comments and give those thumbs up. And if you do subscribe, you'll be alerted to all the wonderful things that get dropped as soon as they're available, like the calls and recording of this. We've also got our LinkedIn group for discussion. We've got our open source tooling. We've got the sample galleries. There is a plethora of them. Means a lot to us. See what I did there? Yep, means a lot. Okay, but you don't need to remember each and every single one of these at all. Maybe just one URL, aka.ms/community/home, or our fancy top-level domain, community.ms, will take you to the community as well. Super easy to remember, community.ms will take you there. Now, if you're here, hopefully it means that you like community calls. Well, we do too, and we've got a plenty. So let's start with our Microsoft 365 and Power Platform weekly call with product updates on Copilot, SharePoint, Power Apps, and more with specifically Microsoft speakers. Now, this had been on a break. We're on a break, right? Hanging out with Ross Geller of Friends, but it's back. It was the first call this week, so continue to attend that call. That's where we get those fantastic updates from the product managers and program managers directly inside of Microsoft, who is sharing all the wonderful things that are available to each and every one of us. Sometimes we see them in advance, so it's kind of like a crystal ball into the what's now, what's new, what's next. We've also got our weekly Microsoft community call, which is what you're on right now. And you may say, hey, David, I haven't been on in a while. I thought I remember there being 2 like bi-weekly calls. You're right. You are not hallucinating like Copilot. You absolutely are right. We've simplified it, though. So we're just now calling it Microsoft 365 and Power Platform Community, Copilot, SharePoint, Power Apps, and more. It's going to be the same call, which was every 2 weeks, but then a different title, but then you had to explain it. Now it's just simple. 1 call every week with the community, 1 call every week with Microsoft. It's awesome. Then we've got our Power Platform monthly call. That happens next Wednesday, so stay in store for that. And our Office add-ins, which happens monthly as well. You can get invites, and we suggest you do that. I know a lot of folks have multiple invites on their calendar, and they're thinking, you know, which one do I join, David? I don't know. The truth is all those AKAs will work, but if you want a clean one, go to these URLs right here. You can also get them at aka.ms/community/calls. Download the newest invites, delete the ones that are there, and you'll have the freshest copy of the right invites, all the right dates, all the right times. You'll be good to go, we promise. So if you want to do some spring cleaning or New Year cleanup, that's what we recommend. But be sure you do get the invites on your calendar because you're going to miss out if you don't. Speaking of that Microsoft call, next Tuesday on the 20th of January, Bert and Mikhail are going to be with us to talk about Introduction to Content Security Policy in SharePoint Online. And then Sam and Sophia are going to cover Accelerate Microsoft 365 Copilot Adoption with intelligent and company-specific AI automation. So super, super cool stuff in store. Again, you don't want to miss out. And if you're watching today and you're thinking, hey, I've heard that there's some newer presenters and presenters are welcome. Is that true? Can I present if I've never presented? You betcha. We want you to present absolutely. If you've never presented, don't let that stop you. We welcome everyone and anyone who is passionate about the technology. Don't think that, hey, someone else already talked about this like 6 months ago. So what's new? You're new, so let them know your passion. I guarantee others will benefit by it. It's a great way to get started, and maybe if you want to start speaking at events and conferences, this is a wonderful opportunity. So don't second guess it, don't overguess it, absolutely fill it out. If you're looking for a buddy, no problem. We will buddy up with you. Just let us know when you go fill out that form that you want to present and you would like a little bit of support. We are here to support you absolutely. And speaking of support and thinking of support, if you want to start contributing to the different sample galleries that you're going to hear us talking about today, we have a program out there for that. Our Sharing is Caring initiative is here to provide that hands-on guidance. So if you're like, I don't know about GitHub, that place is confusing and uses terms like fork and blame and raw and pull requests, I don't know what any of that means. Don't worry, we'll demystify it for you. These are live, hands-on, safe space sessions that are absolutely free. We just had one at the end of December. We're going to start having them more regularly every month on a scheduled basis, and they cover things like how you can contribute to the community in a variety of capacities, but we will walk you through it hands-on in the call. And that means that you'll get actual experience. It will be a real contribution, and it is a safe space, which means that we do not record it. So you are free to ask any and all questions without worry or hesitation. Don't sweat it. We're there to learn. Ask any and all questions. We want to learn together. It is absolutely free, so keep on the lookout for the next scheduled session at aka.ms/sharingiscaring. And did I mention that it's an actual contribution? And you may say, yeah, David, you did. So why are you saying it again? Why does that matter? Well, oh, wow, that didn't work. I'm so glad you asked. Okay, there we go. PowerPoint was like, no, I think you want to go backwards. I do not want to go backwards. Community Recognition Program is here to provide that recognition that I was just talking about. And we are back for 2026, got some refreshed badges here that are available for you. We're covering the spectrum of products and technologies here, and so you'll see that kind of glow effect that we want to cover all technologies and recognize everybody. These are some of our more popular that are available year-round, like Blog Author, Snippet Sorcerer, Prompt Pro, the General Community Badge. We are bringing back our speakers badge, everybody, so get excited. And for all those who said, hey, I spoke last year, how do I get my badge? Don't worry, we got you covered. We're going to ensure you get covered. I've set up a new way to make sure that all gets tracked. So we are super, super excited for that. And all you got to do is opt in at ak.ms/community/recognition. You only need to do it once, not once a year. Don't worry about that. Once you do it, we'll we'll track all the different ways in which you are contributing into the community and recognize you for it. And it is absolutely free of charge. And did I mention Credly recognized all of you as a best-in-class community? They did a white paper and a study on our community and labeled it best in class because of the amazing embracement that you do. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep up the amazing work. Can't wait to see what you've got next. All right, now I know everybody's excited for picture time, and usually what happens is Teams is like, oh, I don't know, just turn on your camera. I don't know, I can't keep track. So what we're going to do now is kind of remind everybody there's an opportunity to turn your camera on. You can watch and laugh at me as I get all animated here, like, Tommy boy. But let's turn it on, see if we can kind of trick Teams and get ready for us a little bit more, and it'll be great. Okay, now speaking of another camera noteworthy event, Vesa, you got something to share, right?
Yes, absolutely. So really, really cool. SharePoint is turning 25 years in the 2nd of March. The reason where it comes from is 321, which is the 2nd of March 2001 is actually the date whenever SharePoint was initially released. So we will have a big digital event on March 2nd, where we will also kick off a SharePoint Hackathon, and that's going to be running the first 2 weeks within the March. If you go AKMS SB at 25 URL, you can see more details from there, and we'll provide more input on this one as well. You do not need to be a developer for this hackathon. End users, designers, architects, business users, Power App people, all of that stuff. It is all SharePoint behind the scenes for many of these things as well. So you can actually participate within the hackathon as well. And there's cool device-based awards on that one. More details are said in that URL, and I'll put a link in the chat as well. Thank you, David.
Awesome. Thank you, Vesa. So let's get into some other project-specific updates. We'll start with our blog, that very blog that you just saw a badge for. I need to update this slide too. Actually, it's 2024. My goodness, we'll get 2026 up there. But did you know that our community blogs are open to everyone? So don't feel like, oh, you got to member of that team to join and submit a blog. Nope, absolutely not. They are welcome to everybody. It does use GitHub, so sharing comes in and helps you. So thank you, Josiah. He's got a couple of blogs here for us and our viewing pleasure. Microsoft 365, hardening, reducing risk, and optimizing governance, and why group-based access is critical for SharePoint governance. So Josiah, great. Thank you very much. And again, dedicated badge there for those that do contribute to the blogs. So super exciting. Get involved. Speaking of other types of events, I want to welcome back Tom Daly. How are you, my friend? What do you got for us?
Doing good. Thanks for having me back again in 2026. So we have some wonderful community updates. We're starting the year off strong. We got a lot of events already listed. I think there's like 49 scheduled for the year right now. So go check it out, see what's coming up. I know I'll be down in DC and end of the month. But what have I've been working on a team here. We've been doing badges. So for the speakers that have done contributions last year, we gave out internal badges. We're working on more badging coming out. And the focus has been on speed, so making it faster. It's been slow. We have some technical debt carried over from Azure Table Storage into Cosmos, so we're fixing that, making it faster. So it's just going to be a lot speedier for everybody else. And the team at Microsoft's working on NL Web, so they're going to bring some AI into community days shortly. So I just want to thank all of our volunteers for contributing feedbacks. Just joining me on Discord, joining the team here and making it as good as it is today. So it couldn't have been done without the help from all the volunteers. So thank you, everybody.
Woo, awesome. Thank you, Tom. Great job, everybody. Excited to see what else we've got in store for this year in terms of events. So it's going to be amazing. Next up, we've got maturity model from Microsoft 365 with the one and only Mark Anderson. Mark, what do you say?
Hey, oh, I'm bummed. My formatting is horrible. Okay, well, I'll fix that. So the maturity model for Microsoft 365 is all about helping you get from wherever you are to where you'd like to be along a number of different competencies, which you'll see in purple. And you see some things that are flashing and things like that. That's cool. So the stuff on the right is the artifacts. Those are all articles that we have available in our repo. It's on learn.microsoft.com. And you can read about any one of those competencies and how you can get from sort of a level 100 to level 200 to 300, 400 to 500 to really get your usage of the platform improved. But really, it's all about executing better for your business or your nonprofit or your whatever organization you work with. We had a call on November 18th. That was our most recent one where we talked about getting from level 100 or 200 to level 300 on Copilot adoption. Pia Longenkranz did that one. We've got upcoming calls listed. Not tomorrow, next Tuesday, we'll talk about an agent that Simon Doy has built for the maturity model for Microsoft 365 content. So we're sort of, I get a little bit of an Ouroboros there. We're eating a snake eating its own tail. We still have a slot open in February. In March, we're going to talk about our new security competency. Security has become such an important thing. We thought it deserved its own competency, and that's very much in the works, but close to done. And then in April, that's Matt Swarnoff. In April, Emily Mancini is going to come back and join us to revisit the staff and training competency. So there are a couple links down there at the bottom. If you want to see the recordings from any of our previous practitioner sessions, those are there. If you just want to visit the documents, all of the stuff that you see on the right, or the Microsoft 365 community docs, which this sits inside, there's a link there to that as well. If you have questions or anything like that, you know who I am, and you can reach out to me, and I'd be happy to steer you in the right direction. Back to you, David.
Awesome. Thank you, Mark. Super excited. Some fantastic names coming up on those calls, so really excited for that. Okay, so let's get into some other areas of the community where you've got contributive opportunities, and that's going to start PMP Copilot library. This is where one of the easier ways to contribute to everybody, because we're all becoming kind of love linguists with Microsoft Copilot, learning how to talk to it and prompt engineer it. So we've no doubt all got little snippets of prompts that we can absolutely share in the community. So please do go do that. It is GitHub driven. So if you're uncomfortable, then sign up for a sharing is caring, and we'll make sure that you're completely comfortable. And if you do, you might become the prompt of the week. So thank you, Anuraj, for this week. Soul Space AI instructions for calm, clarity, and care. So this is a good example of how, hey, AI is not all about business, right? Strictly business, ma'am. Nope, just absolutely opportunities for us to kind of improve or life hack improvements in our life. So absolutely, thank you. This is one that talks about, hey, kind of give me a mental wellness support assistant here. Of course, I do like that don't try to provide medical advice right at the end there. So we always want to be mindful of that, but a great example of how we can use things for our personal benefit. All right, let's move into pnp.net. How about that with Vesa?
Quick update in here. We are still a bit blocked to a few technical issues, but we're working on solving those. So within upcoming weeks, we should get all of this stuff finally unblocked, and we can start actually releasing things within the .NET libraries. The same applies actually for PnP PowerShell side of the house. And so let's transition there. Super widely used, and thank you for all of the feedback, and we'll be looking into all of the contributions relatively soon as well. But Gautam, let's jump on your side.
Awesome. Thank you, Vesa.
Thanks, David. In the PnP PowerShell side of things as well, we are slightly blocked due to the certificate that we need for getting the release out. But we have been busy working on a bunch of bug fixes. So primarily, we fixed the issues around the site template settings. So now it supports the latest newer templates that were there. Besides that, we improved the connect PnP online command as well, which is also super widely used. There are certain bugs with when you were using certificate authentication and when you wanted to reuse a particular connection and all of that. So we fixed that. And also some browser authentication issues with the Mac OS with the latest nightly builds. What else? PnP in Enter ID apps. So if you want to register a new Enter ID app, we also now support sites selected as well. So that has been added. Quite a few people were requesting that, so that you can scope down the permissions for that. Besides that, another thing that got improved was the restore PnP recycle bin item. So now you can do a bulk deletion of certain list items, and that is also now supported as well. What else? Bug fixes and minor improvements continue. Looking forward to a new release. Thanks. What do you?
Awesome. Thanks, Gautam. Great work. Thank you so much. All right, let's move into script samples with Paul Bolick.
Thank you, David. So script samples is a place where you can share your PowerShell script, bash scripts, or CLI, for CLI, PnP PowerShell, and many script types with the community. So which is super cool. And we've had as David would like to say, a plethora of samples, which I'm very happy to see. So thank you very much to the main contributors, Josiah Opio, Adam Walczyk, Don Kirkham, and Josiah again, and Matt. Hey, you're absolutely amazing with submitting so many samples over the Christmas period as well. So absolutely amazing. So I won't go through all of these, but I just want to let you know that thank you very much. We've got samples in PnP PowerShell CLI, for example. So go check those out absolutely, and see what these new ones are. The samples are also shown in this solution sample gallery, and Adam Walczyk has a cool extension for Visual Studio Code for viewing those as well. So go check that out, and hopefully you can incorporate those into your projects. Thank you.
And well, wait, there's more with
All right. So we've also got Copilot Pro Dev samples, which is a repository where you can share extensibility samples with Copilot with the community. And so we've got 3 new samples. So Gary Trinder has been doing some work on porting over the .NET and the Python version of the trade research declarative agents, which is super cool. So you can see different variations on how those are implemented. And also Hugo Pradham has worked on open adaptive card dialog boxes with M365 declarative agents. So you can check that out. And we've got loads of samples there as well. So we've just crossed 60 samples into that repository, which is growing nicely. Thank you very much for all those. And we've got lots of plans for the repo. We've got some team brewing on that. Hopefully going to be expanding the capabilities and the sample range as well with the community. Just a little tip as well, the Dexterous Schema v1.6 is released, which is a load of cool support for things like MCP servers, agent to agent, embedded knowledge, and so forth. I won't go through all of them. And if you'd like to contribute, you know, we accept submissions for Dexterous agents. If you've got custom engine agents, things like that, then absolutely submit to that repository. And if you need any help, by all means, reach out to us via GitHub, and we'll support you on your submission to the repo. So thank you very much, and back to you, David.
Awesome. Thank you, Paul. And for those that are excited about the Copilot Pro Dev samples, Paul and I are working together on a dedicated badge for this too. So be on the lookout. Lots of exciting stuff coming in the 2026. So super, super cool. All right, let's move over to Power Platform samples with Kate.
Yes, hi everyone, and thank you very much, David. So just a quick message from me today. Our sample solution gallery is in a great shape. Right now, we have more than 200 samples, snippets, and prompts here, covering real scenarios that people actually work with, and that only happened because the community keeps sharing what you built. So thank you very much to everyone who submitted content, who helped review it and supported improving this gallery. And I want to encourage you to submit more. So if you built something useful, even if this a small thing, so let's share this because it could be a good chance it can help someone else too. Feel free to follow the link that you can see on the slide and explore the license contribution guide. Sorry, obviously it's everything that you can see in this gallery is for free. So explore this contribution guide, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me here or via LinkedIn, and I will be very happy to support you and help you. So let's keep things going and growing, and more samples, more real solutions, and more shared experience this year. Thanks again for being part of this community, and let's keep growing together. Back to you, David.
Awesome. Thank you, Kate. Great job in managing all those different technologies in our Power Platform samples repo. Great job. Okay, so what time is it? That's right. It is picture time. So I've already got together mode turned on. We'll move that over here. And while the rest of you are maybe getting your camera turned on as well, let me set up the Camtasia outline that shows on the screen, the big old green one. And there we go. Move that over. I see Kate, I see Annie, I see Don showing up. Woo, his camera and computer's fixed. Yay. Jazz hands. All right, good. We'll give that just another minute. I see Nick, I see Mark. Oh my goodness, all my favorite people are here. Excellent. Okay, let's give it just, we're a little overtime today, but we've got only a couple of presenters, so I think we're gonna do okay. So we'll give this just another second for some more to do it. If you'd like to turn on that camera, no problem. We'd love to get you involved. We'll give it just a couple more seconds and we'll start the countdown. So let's go 3 and 2 and 1 and wave, everybody. Great to see you again. Thank you for all the amazing passion that you bring to the community each and every day. Would not be possible to have these kinds of initiatives, whether it be code or community-based calls or anything else, without the amazing passion that you bring every single day. It is truly inspiring. So thank you. All right, let's get our show back on the road here, and we will move into why we're all really here, which is our 2 incredible presenters of the day. So Samir's going to kick it off with AI-powered project management with Copilot. So Samir, if you'd like to take over the screen share, the floor is yours, my friend.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, David. So let me know when you all see my screen.
Okay, you are good to go. Take it away.
Perfect. All right. So as David mentioned, I'm going to talk about how Copilot can help project managers. So there are many Copilots, as we know, but during my conversation with different clients, what I noticed, it's good to specify role-based thing where we can say, okay, these are the 5 Copilot can be helpful, or 3 Copilot can be helpful for your specific job role and how you can use it, and then train them accordingly. That can increase their adoption and they know what they're getting out of it, rather than getting confused between different Copilots, right? So, and this is where I thought, let's have a talk about it. And yeah, so I don't want to go much in a detail on my introduction because I spoke last week as well, so many of you know about it. So I'm Samir Makwana. I'm from Canada. I'm MVP in Copilot Studio, global speaker, and event organizer. Also, we run a community call called Canadian Cloud Community, where we're going to show many hands-on demos starting February. So stay tuned on that. This is my LinkedIn QR code or any other Twitter or social media platform you want me to connect on, right? So what are the top manager tasks, project manager tasks? So I would say taking meeting notes, brainstorming ideas, action items, because that's what people ask after the meeting, what we're gonna get, how we're gonna move forward, and so on, right? And the last is, when can I get a project plan or the reports? So think about the scenario where you are a project manager or part of the team, and you are kicking off a project for rolling out a Copilot or any other product of Microsoft. And after that kickoff call, you need to work on some brainstorming calls where you do some whiteboarding sessions. And then after you go ahead and build some action item out of it and prepare a project plan on top of it, right? And this is where exactly we're gonna land into that AI-powered project management through Copilot. So what we're gonna touch base today, we're gonna look at the teams, which many of you know. Then we're gonna touch base on whiteboard, how whiteboard can help you do the brainstorming more effective. And then we're gonna touch base on a planner because there is wonderful agent available in a planner, which is called Project Manager Agent, which we're gonna use it to build plan as well as generate the reports. So all these three are powered by Copilot. Copilot in Teams for the meetings, where you record the meetings and generate a transcript and ask many questions during the call, after the call, and you can generate a recap or summary email out of it and so on, right? And so use that content into the whiteboard. So think about it, you have a project kickoff call as a project manager, where you have discussed very high level points, like how are we gonna do security assessment, how are we gonna train user, how are we gonna prepare the help desk when we roll out Copilot, right? So all those high level points are defined in project kickoff call, but later on, each of those things needs to be brainstormed and needs to put more and more detail within it. And that's where we do whiteboarding, where we do a brainstorming session, we capture every detail, and then we go ahead and take that as an input for the planner, where we implement the plan within the planner using Project Manager Agent. So it will start with the Teams meeting and then go to whiteboard and then it go to planner where we generate the plan. So without further ado, let's go and look at the demo. So you might already have used, I'm just gonna go to the meeting. So you might have already used Teams meeting and Copilot. So I'm not gonna show you everything how you do it, but basically there is a Teams meeting for a project kickoff call. You join that meeting. And then, are you still able to hear me, guys? Just wondering.
Yeah, we still got you.
Okay, perfect. All right. And then after you go to Copilot, you start your Copilot. So Copilot is your personal assistant, which will help you do the thing. But during this recording, it captures all the data discussed in that meeting and so on, which you already know. And I'm not going to show you that in demo today because that is something already done. But look at here, once that call is done, what is important? We go to the recap, we get this meeting notes, right? And this is also, you know already, because you might have done that as a project manager or the team of who manage the projects. But after this, you copy this meeting notes, and this is where it goes interesting. You go to the whiteboard. Yeah, I go to the whiteboard. I go and say, okay, Copilot, suggest, and this is where I post all the details from my call, which I had before, all right? And I say submit. Now this is what it's gonna do. It's actually gonna root through those content and help you prepare different sticky notes, where will be those high-level topics which we need to brainstorm and create some more content out of it. So there is a limitation here. You can get 6 sticky notes at a time. So if you need more and more, you need to click on generate more, right? And this is what you do here. You generate more. So I'm gonna go up to 24, and that will be enough for today's call. And I'm gonna show you quickly what to do after that. So we have 24 created. This is enough. I'm say insert. And as you can see, there are different sticky notes on the board. So let's talk about how we're gonna assign the sticky notes. We are working in a group where we have security team, we have help desk, we have HR, learning and management system people, we have key stakeholders, we have product group users or whatever. We have all those in this call, but we want them to work on this whiteboard collaboratively so that they can put their details in their sticky notes, the things they need to do, the things they need help with, and everything. So we can translate that into a project plan, right? But this is messy, right? And this is where Copilot can help us categorize them. So I just click on a button called categorize, and in a few seconds, you will see Copilot reorganizing every sticky note with different color coding, right? And you can see that now. So we have user management section, we have training and communication, support coordination, and monitoring and everything, right? This is fantastic. Now, once you categorize it, let each and every section people work on them and feed all the details they need. So I'm just going to say KIP, and they feed all the details they need here. Da, 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 da. Once they're done, there is one more thing you find very cool. You summarize this content. So you just say summarize, and there you go. So it's going to summarize all the sticky notes with the content. Think about it. You have a 90-minute call where everyone put their information, their sticky notes, and now that content is there. Okay, something wrong. All right. Okay, it was coming up. My apology. Yeah, I was too fast. Yeah, so this is where, think about, you have a 90 minutes brainstorming session where everyone had put tons of detail in each of those sticky notes, and at the end you need to summarize it, right? It's a pain, and this is where it works very well. So this is again a loop component. So what I do, I just copy paste this here. Let me copy things here, and I'm gonna use this, some of the high level points, and I'm just gonna go back to my teams. I'm gonna go to planner. I'm gonna say create a new plan, plan with the project manager, demo for community call. I'm gonna say pin the plan here, demo, create. So it's creating a plan. Now, we used to have a Copilot who used to do, I'm gonna show you. Now we have an agent called Project Manager Agent, which is in a preview right now, but this is so cool. So I click here to say Project Manager Agent, help me with creating a plan, and it's going to help me. So hopefully we'll see that soon. I create a plan, and I'm going to say here are the things. So I just copy pasted everything here. Plan for implementing Copilot. Now, Copilot, I say go. And this is where it's going to help me create a plan out of the content which we created. And it will give us the high level task. It might not be perfect. You still need to review it, as I said, but it will give you a starting point where to look at. And I'm going to show you one cool stuff before we hand over the call to. So while this is going up, if this doesn't work, don't worry. I have another plan which I can show you how it looks, and I'll show you what Project Manager can do as well. So while this is going on, all right, there we go. It's a second try and perfectly working. All right, so I'm just gonna click on close here, and you can see that it has created some content here, which can help us move forward. Now, here's the thing. Project Manager Agent doesn't stop there. It's actually go ahead and help us do the things which is like doing some research. So let's say if I want to know what are my key stakeholder or developing training material, or what are the things I need to understand while preparing those things. So let's say if I'm worried about who's gonna research this topic, right? Who's gonna help me do this and that? And this is where you can say, all right, identifying key stakeholder. Let me pick one of the things here. All right, let's take this. Identify participant for brainstorming or prepare a distribute session agenda. Okay, I'm going to put it here. I'm going to move it. So as soon as I move it, I assign the task to project manager agent, and it's processing that right now. So if I have any content assigned to this plan, it should use that information so that it can prepare those information for us and get back to us. So it's like one more hand in your project team where you don't need to wait for anyone else to work on it. You can use a project manager agent to help you research and prepare some content so that you can leverage that as a one of the input for your project. Okay, so while this is going on, let's go back to, oh wow, that is fast. You can see that it has completed some of the task. It says almost ready, which is weird. I thought it's done. All right, but you can see here, it's loading the content. So for brainstorming session, for planning and coordination, this is the format we should use, the agenda and all. So this is a good thing. You can assign a task to project manager agent in a planner, and it can do some of the work for you, which you don't need to wait for research and stuff to finish, right? Now, one more thing. Let's say you are 2 weeks in a project, and now people are asking, what is the status update? Where can I find my reports? So if you have tracked everything in your planner for your dates, the tasks which are completed, and so on and so forth, you can literally come here in this section. You can say, help me generate the report from the last week. And you can provide some additional instruction here. You can go and say different week, 2 weeks, months, or quarter if you want to. But when you say click generate, it's actually going to look into the content which you have put in your project plan and going to use it to generate a very good report, I would say, with some timeline, with some pie chart, and it's really cool. I use it personally for a couple of projects where I wear many different hats, like project managers and technical guy as well. But this is really cool when you have not that sophisticated, but at the same time, very good reports. So I'll let it run. I have one other plan where I have that report already, which I'm going to show you quick rather than waiting for that report to finish. And report. All right, so this is how the report looks like. It's like executive summary, what is the status, and there's a task completion chart. Should load up. Something is not right, but yeah, you should have all those chart here and all the highlights and achievements, challenges, delays, work in progress, and everything. So if I go back to my demo, let's see what I see here. Ideally, you should see some completion chart here. It's not loading up. Something wrong with maybe with my tenant or my user right now, but it show you the chart like a Gantt chart and the a very cohesive way. So yes, this is what the Copilot and the AI for project manager can help. It's not to replace you, but it's more of, oh yeah, there we go. It's just a minute of time. So you can see the demo and all the tasks, how it looks and stuff, right? And you can have your stakeholder engagement and activity and challenges and work in progress and many stuff defined here. So go back to your team, go back to your Copilot. If you are a project manager, if you want to try this out, try it out, feel free to reach out to me if you have any further questions. David, get all back to you.
Awesome, Samir. Thank you so much. And yeah, for those, that was, I mean, definitely a fast-paced example of all the cool features that are available within Planner when you combine the technologies and all that kind of stuff. A lot of cool capabilities in that. So go back and rewatch it once we release the video here, less than 24 hours after the call is over. There's a lot of cool nuggets there, and we'll obviously definitely have Samir back to show off some more specific stuff on this, maybe how he set it up and the methodology and the mindset and all that good stuff. So Samir, thank you so much. Great job. Okay, next up is Darshan. Darshan is going to cover boost conversations in Copilot Studio, capture user input, and manage fallbacks with Azure OpenAI. Darshan, if you would like to attempt to take over the screen share. Perfect.
Yeah.
If you just want to hit that little hide button on that little pop up down there on the bottom for Teams, it looks better in the video.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
So yeah, thank you. So today's topic is to enhance the conversation with the conversation boosting topic. So currently the process is we are going to the giving the static phrases into the topic to trigger a topic. So beyond this, we are using the conversation boosting for the intent, getting the intent. Okay. About me, I am Darshan Magdum. I am working as senior software engineer in Nihilent, and my tech stack is Copilot Studio, Power Platform, and web and graphic designing also. Okay. So the current problem statement is in Copilot Studio. Currently, we are using the static phrases like trigger phrases to call the topic, to call particular topic. So beyond this, sometime what happens, like if there are two or three topics with the similar kind of phrases, then this conflict happens between that multiple topics. So to overcome to that problem, we are using the conversation boosting topic, which reduce the ambiguity and improves the accuracy of the user intent. So for this, the solution is, first point is to remove the static phrases from the custom topic directly. Second one is to add a AI prompt, or we can call the Azure OpenAI also for this. After that, apply conditions as per the output of the AI prompt, and then redirect our topic to the appropriate topic. Okay. So let's go to the demo directly. So this flight agent is Copilot Studio agent which we have built. Inside that, there are no any instructions, no any triggers are there. So just like we have created three topics. So our traditional way, when we create a topic, so go into the book flight topic. So here what we do, like we give the phrases, like sample phrases, like I want to book a topic, please, I want to book a flight, please book a flight. So like that we provides the trigger phrases. But sometimes what happen, for if the two topics have the similar kind of phrases, then the conflict will be happen between the two topics. So what we have done, like we have changed the trigger type to it's redirected to, means we are redirecting to this topic from the conversation boosting. So we have created similar kind of three topics. One is for a book flight, second one is for the view flight, and third one is for the cancel flight. Okay. Now we will go to the system topics, which is the conversation boosting. Inside conversation boosting, when user asks anything which is out of context, which is unknown intent, then first of all, this conversation will came into this flow, which is the conversation boosting. After that, we are passing this activity.txt, means the user input to this AI prompt. We can pass this to the AI Azure OpenAI API also. So here inside this, what we are doing, we are passing the user input. After that, we have given the instructions into the AI prompt, like you are the AI intent classifier, which classifies the request as per the user input. So, and given the 3 hour use cases like book flight, view flight, and cancel flight. So if user's intent is to book a flight, then this AI prompt will return us the book flight as a true and view flight and cancel flight as a false. Okay, so similar kind of way, if the user input is for the view flight or cancel flight, then as per that, other two will be the false and only one which is the matching user intent, that will be true. So after that, we are passing the user input here, and we'll close this and taking the output as a JSON format. Okay, I will close this. After that, once we get the output, which is the intent matching as a true or false, if the condition is true for the book flight, then it will redirect our topic to the book flight. If it is a true for the view flight, it is go into the view flight topic. Similar kind of way, cancel flight. And if the intent, the user input is apart from these three use cases, then this agent will give a message, sorry, I can't help you with that, and please ask me related to this flight agent related topic. Okay, so let's see a demo. I want to book a flight. So it will came into the unknown conversation boosting topic, as this is the unknown intent for this agent. After that, it goes to the AI prompt, then it takes the intent of the user as book a flight and redirected flow to the book a flight. Let's see the output which we have got from this AI prompt. Inside this, as you can see, the AI prompt has written this JSON book flight as a true and other two details as a false. So after that, we are adding these conditions. After that, if the condition is matched for the book flight, then it is going inside the book flight and we are showing this message. After coming here, we can create our own flow for the book flight ticket. Okay. Similar kind of way, like, okay. So it is redirected to the cancel ticket. If I want to order pizza. So this user's question is not related to flight booking or flight agent related thing. If I pass this input, then it will go into the other condition and it will give me message. I can only help you with the booking, viewing, or canceling this flight. So the main problem which we have solved with this approach is we are not adding phrases to the all topics. We are just adding phrases here inside the AI prompt, and AI prompt will give us the output where you should redirect your topic for the further steps. So this will reduce the conflict between the multiple topics where the similar kind of the phrases will be matched. So that's it.
Really, really cool stuff, Darshan. Thank you so much for sharing with the community that today. A lot of creative ways in which we can utilize Copilot for a variety of things, improving, controlling, guiding the user. Really, that's what we're looking at doing with Copilot Studio when you're talking about agentic experiences. So very, very cool. Thank you. And yeah, pizza, you had me at pizza, right? Love that. So excellent. So thank you to both Darshan and Samir for coming to the community call today and sharing with the community your passion. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Now, some wrap-up slides. If you are not already in Discord, well, you're missing out because this is kind of a one-stop shop supernova of knowledge and community within our community Discord server. It is absolutely free. We welcome you to join. We have over 3,000 members now that are in there, and we've got multiple channels that are part of all the different aspects of the community. So it's a great way to kind of just hop around if you want, or see the latest updates, or collaborate with other members of the community in kind of a single place. Plus, hey, it's Discord, so your kids will be like, hey, mom and dad's cool. Super cool stuff. So please don't hesitate to join. Absolutely free. And if you'd like to provide feedback, we'd love to hear it. This is areas in which we're always looking to improve upon our community calls and other aspects of the community. So please help us. Let us know if what's working for you, if there's other areas or things you would like to see improvements on, or hey, if you're enjoying it and we're on the right track, we'd love to hear that things are going well as well. So don't hesitate to tell us that things are going good. The recording will be available in 24 hours or most commonly less on the Microsoft Community Learning YouTube channel. Subscribe today at ak.ms/community/YouTube. You can also follow us on all the socials, Twitter/X, Blue Sky, LinkedIn. We will scream them from the rooftops of all those social platforms when they are released. The next Microsoft 365 and Power Platform community call is 1 week from today, minus 1 hour, January 22nd. And the community call for Power Platform is just the day before that on the 21st. And the Microsoft Speakers call is on the 20th. So you've got a hat trick of community calls in store for you next week. If you would like to partake, we would love to see you at every single one of them. You can get access to all the invites at ak.ms/community/calls. We'd love to see you there. Thank you, everybody, for the amazing things that you do in our community. Please keep it up. It's going to be a fantastic year together. We got lots of cool things and fun things in store. So we look forward to interacting with each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your day, evening, and wonderful rest of your week. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you, David. Great work as well.
Team effort. Thanks, everybody.